Hey guys, what's up? Okay, so on today's episode of the Twist Life podcast, we are talking to Chris Burghard. He is DJ Pyro from Germany. In our conversation, we discuss how DJing is like football, the business of DJing, the importance of networking within that and any business. We talk about family life and how to balance the travel and crazy schedule and then go home to your kids. And we talk about the all-important skill of reading an audience and whether or not it's okay to take requests. I hope you enjoyed today's show. Listen through to the end and please subscribe, rate, and review us when you're done with the episode. Listen to other episodes. We've actually been doing really well on Apple and Spotify. We are performing at 3 times the level of the standard podcast for its first month, and we're only 25 days in. We're not even at the full month. I'm going to be bringing you guys more content based on your feedback. Continue to do so. Check us out at thetwistlife.com and on all social media at The Twist Life.
It's like in football, when you live your life and to play in the Super Bowl, and you're a quarterback in the Super Bowl, and you throw 8 interceptions. Your whole career is shit.
Yeah, right.
Yeah, you work for the chance, and when you have the chance, you have to deliver.
Hey, what's up? It's Brian Orr, aka DJ Twist, and I am here with one of my main dudes, DJ Pyro out of Germany. And we're going to just rap about a bunch of different shit, how terrible the Dolphins are, and all sorts of things. All sorts of things in the next little while. So I'm pretty excited that we finally got to link this up. Chris is a really, really, really good dude. You guys are going to get to know that in the next little while. So why don't you go ahead and introduce yourself to the audience?
Okay, I try, because my English is not perfect, but I try.
Hey, what do you think if we do this in German?
No.
Yeah.
It's,
I know like 2 words in German, and that's about it. So
well, it is yes and beer.
Exactly. I think your English is way, way better than you give it credit. So I'm excited to have this. I think people are going to really get a lot out of this interview. So go ahead, Chris, and introduce yourself.
Okay. My name is Chris, and I'm from Germany. I'm DJ, and my main job is license manager, and I work for a company with 10,000 people. So I had a lot to do in my job the weekdays, and on the weekends I'm a club superhero. And okay, I'm dad of 3 kids, have family, and yeah.
Awesome.
I'm 38. Okay, I'm look younger now, but I'm 38. Yeah, that's me.
Awesome.
And before I forget, I'm a huge Miami Dolphins fan.
Yes, unfortunately for him. Sometimes news doesn't travel that fast from the States to Germany. So he still thinks it's 1972. I don't know why he's still remains a Dolphins fan since 1972, but
it's because I love Miami and I love football, and one thing to the other.
I hear that. So you have been to the States a few times?
Yeah, I've been for 5 times there, 3 times in Miami, 1 time New York, and 1 time Dallas.
What's your favorite place to visit in the States?
Okay, let me think about now. Of course, Miami, of course. Oh, look at this. The Dolphins are.
Oh, he's got a Dolphins hat on. I couldn't even tell him. It was in disguise. It was an incognito Dolphins hat. Oh man. So Chris, tell me a little bit more about you mentioned, can I say the company you work for? Does it?
I don't work for Audi anymore. And now I'm working for EDAG, EDEJ. Yeah, that's
okay.
It's a engineering and company for the big OEMs like Mercedes, Audi, VW, BMW.
So you're living your life as a 9 to 5, if it's we say 9 to 5, I don't know what your standard
Yeah,
business
no,
hours.
yeah.
You have
Yeah.
3 kids, you have a wife, and you're still out partying and DJing. And how do you balance that life? How do things change for you from Friday afternoon until Monday morning? I know how the change happens from work to night, but how do you turn it off on Monday?
Yeah, it's not easy. You have to watch for your body and for your health, of course. But if you have a good family and a good wife, you can fix it, of course. But it's not easy. Like you can go home after Friday, after you work on Friday, and chill. That's not my business for 20 years, because it's not easy, of course, but you can fix it. Yeah, I love it. That's the reason. I can't stop. You see me in the car, but I love it. I live it, and it's everyone. Everybody has a hobby, like playing soccer or baseball, stuff like this, or playing jazz, and that's okay. These are 2 lives for sure, but for me, it's not work on the weekend. For me, it's like free time. It's like a hobby, and the good thing about this, you can earn a little bit of money, and I love it, and I won't stop it.
How does it affect your life with the kids and the wife, with the being out late and traveling and those types of things that come with the DJ lifestyle? You mentioned having a good family was really important. Can you explain more about the support from your family?
Yeah,
I'm sure it's not always that easy, right? It's not always peachy clean.
Yeah. You have to you have to do the priority. It's family first, it's job second, and DJ third. But you have no more time for your friends or chill with the friends on Wednesday evening, because you have to priority your time for the important things, and the rest is lower and lower over the years.
Yeah, that's interesting. Yeah, it's interesting. So have you lost touch, not so much maybe touch, but the quality of relationships, of friendships and things like that?
Yeah, but I have a lot of my friends are with me in my job or on the weekends. But all the friends, I lost the relationship for sure.
Yeah.
What do you do when you go to work, your family, and when should I meet
Right.
these people, or you at this time you can talk, or you can write on there with WhatsApp and stuff like this on Facebook, but meet them on birthdays maybe, but the other it's not possible.
Yeah, you lose that.
Sometimes you have to sleep too.
Right. Sometimes that's got to be in there. Let's talk a little bit about the DJ business. You mentioned you've been DJing for 20 years. How has the DJ business changed from the year 2000 to now?
It's changed a lot, of course. Back in the days, you have to buy records or CDs, and now you have to buy a laptop and you can start. But the last 10 years are crazy, because there are a lot of low quality DJs, but it's in my mind, I think the last years the clubs sorted these guys out, because they see after 1 year or after some gigs from bad DJs or beginner DJs, okay, that's not the thing I want to have. They are cheap, of course, but that's not the quality. The good clubs want to have. My clubs.
Yeah.
And you can rock it. This places you can rock these places without experience or
right.
Yeah.
Right. There was definitely a move in there where once the technology took over, the ease of entry for somebody to be a DJ just went, way, way, way low. So now you're battling competition with guys who have good social media accounts, but no experience DJing. So
yeah,
what you're saying is that the clubs were like, yeah, I'll hire this guy. He's super cheap, whatever. And now very recently it's starting to take a turn back to quality. And they're saying, okay, yeah, it's cheap, but this guy's shit. And the rest of the crowd is not having fun. So I'm going to pay the money for quality. That's pretty important, huh?
Yeah, you said a lot of the younger guys are social media experts, and I'm not a social media expert, but I'm a DJ who's doing social media, and I'm not an influencer who's doing DJ. That's a big difference there. But you have to do social media, of course. It's the main thing for your advisement.
Yeah, advertisement.
Right,
yep.
Yeah, advertisement. Yeah, and you have to do it, of course, but it's not my main thing. And okay, it's if you're doing this two parts big, you're one of the biggest guys in the country or in the clubs. But it's not my main business, and I can do these things I want to do.
Yeah.
You know, when they say, hey, I only book guys with 20,000 Instagram followers, and they say, okay, we can't book you because you only have 3,000. Okay, it's not a problem.
Okay. Yeah, that's it. So
I stay at home and sleep.
Right, and then you get to sleep in. What is it like? Let's start here. How many places have you DJ'd outside of Germany?
A lot.
Yeah.
Because 10 years ago, I traveled a lot across Europe because I was playing in Spain. I was playing in Ibiza in Spain and Mallorca, Barcelona. I was playing in Luxembourg, Switzerland, Austria, of course. It's very close to my home. And I was playing in Sweden. I was playing at the Czech Republic.
A lot of places.
Poland.
So
Italy.
Being a DJ, let's clear it up. Are you a producer? Do you make music, or do you perform? Are you a DJ? And what's the difference?
What's the difference? Yeah. Okay. Yeah, it's a big difference because you can do both, of course. But I think it's a big difference because to work with the audience is a big thing as a DJ, and to work with your laptop as a producer is the other thing. Okay, you can do it both, but I think these are two different things, of course.
So yeah, that leads right into my question. So as a producer, you're making your music, and then you're going out and playing your music. If you are DJing too, right?
Yeah.
But a good portion of the people that are going there for that specific purpose to see that producer DJ, they know exactly what they're going to get. They're looking to file in with what he's going to do. As a DJ like myself and yourself, they're not necessarily coming to hear, well, they're coming to hear you, to support you, but they're not coming to hear like a song that you made in particular, right? Now you mentioned going to different countries, at least a dozen you mentioned, if not more. How do you play in Germany one day, and then in Italy the next day, and then in the UK the next day, with all different people? You said you're playing to the audience. How do you know the audience? How do you know what they're going to want when they get there?
Okay, these days you can use some internet stuff like Shazam, maybe. There are charts for the cities, and that's one part. Or you talk to other DJs in the countries and the cities. But in the end of the day, you have to read the audience. You know, there's a lot of genres you can play it. Of course, I can play German music in the UK. Of course, they don't know it, but it's for me. I have in every genre. I have a lot of songs that works. Of course, you play R&B stuff like Drake, and you can play it everywhere in the States, and you're in Germany or in Italy or in UK. And then you see, okay, the guys love more classic stuff, or you love more newer stuff. Okay, but that's the thing when you're DJ. You read the audience, you read the dance floor, and then you play what the people want to hear. I don't play playlists. Song after song after song. Right. It doesn't work for me. Of course, there are a lot of superstar DJs, they play in the playlists and everything's fine because the people want to hear this in the same 1, 2, 3, 4, the same playlists or the same numbers. But for me, I want to see the people, I want to read the people, and when I'm the first time in the club, okay, look at the people. I'll be there at the start, or when the warm-up DJ is playing, I'll be there and I'm watching the dance floor. I say, okay, there are a lot of older people, and then you see, okay, maybe they like old Kanye West songs, or how is the reaction of this? How is the reaction of this? And then that's, for me, one of the most important things in DJing. Read the audience, read the people, and see.
I think that's interesting. And there's not a whole lot of professions that I could think of. And I think it's something that people don't quite appreciate is you don't really know what you're going to do until you're there as a DJ, as a performing DJ, like we are. If you're, like you mentioned, a producer, you have your set list. If you're a football player, you're going to go out and play football. You're not going to change football based on who's in the crowd. If you're an accountant, you're going to do the numbers. You're not going to change it, with people staring at you with a bunch of different opinions, wanting you to do one thing or another thing, right? I don't think people really appreciate that it's that type of unique career. And that's me on a soapbox right now, just like letting people know, like, yo, this shit ain't easy, right? You know what I mean? Especially when you're going city to city and country to country, because you don't know, and you have to really scientifically like test the waters while you're out there and see what happens live. How do you react to these miserable people? I'm like turning a lot of people up right now. Not everybody, but like, example, we're playing open format style, hip hop, house music, rock and roll, old, whatever, international, German music. And you're playing hip hop music for 30 minutes in a row. Now somebody walks in the club just now and you switch the music. They walk right up to you and say, are you ever going to play hip hop music tonight? Right. And they just walked in the club. How do you deal with these people with these types of, the selfishness that you get from some of these requests and that?
At first, I like your example with football because, I'm a football fan, but it's not like a football player because the player has always play his numbers. It's more like the football coach. Because it's like when you're playing against another team and you thought they throw in the ball with the quarterback all time and they run and they run and they run. What should you do?
That's a really, really good analogy. That's really good.
Do you, if you're doing your thing all game long, because, okay, it's from a cornerbacks and from a safeties, or change the line and fix the problem. But you have to do your homework before. How can you fix the problem? And when you know your songs and you know your styles and this song works with this song in this genre, you can fix every problem in the club. And that's it's a great thing for a DJ. If you know the answers for your problems in the club, you're a good DJ. And when the people don't like new hip hop shit, and can the younger guys or not professional DJs, can they play all night long some Michael Jackson stuff or Cool the Gang and stuff like this? I can do it. You can do it because you know how to fix the problems. And that's at the moment, it's no problem to have a lot of songs on your laptop. Think about the 20 years ago.
Yeah, carrying the crates.
You came in a club and have 300 records with you.
That's it.
But you thought you have to play some hip hop, R&B, and dancehall stuff. But you can't switch the style. Now you have, I don't know how many tracks you have on your laptop. I have around about 15,000.
Yeah, a lot.
And at the end, when you don't have a song, maybe in every club is an internet spot, a Wi-Fi spot. You can download it.
It's risky.
It's possible, but it's risky. Okay, but think that the club owner is coming. Hey, tonight's my birthday. Can you play my favorite song? And you say, no, fuck you, club owner. It's not my problem. Now, of course, you try to fix the problem.
Yeah.
And that's for me one of the most important things about DJing in these days.
Do you like taking requests? I have two different ideas on this, so I'm curious what you think. In general, straight up, do you like taking requests?
I love requests because not everyone, but there are a lot good ideas from the audience and what they think and what they're feeling. Okay, when you play on hip hop night, you and some guys come and play some. Okay, I don't know a lot of, but
Like
you play some
EDM or something like
yeah,
that?
stuff
Yeah.
like this. And okay, I say sorry, it's a hip hop night. We can't play this because the people don't want this and blah blah blah. But a lot a lot of people think, hey, can you play some? It's too enough. It's too much hip hop stuff for us. And can you play the new Drake song or an old classic? Yeah, why not? It's a good idea. And I have to try to transitions to this stuff. And when it works, maybe it's your first time in the club when the people say, hey, and the party is going on. It's crazy. Why not? But for me, it's always a thing how to interact with the. I'm okay. I'm an artist, yeah, but I'm not the English word arrogant.
Yeah.
Arrogant.
Yep. Yep.
Yeah.
Arrogant. Yep.
I'm not so arrogant to say, hey, I'm artist. Fuck off. No, that's not me. I try to interact nice with the people because they pay me in the end. So
Mm-hmm.
the people, when the people like the night, the music, and I can't play their song, but if they say, hey, okay, he says, okay, he doesn't play the song because he don't have it, or okay, but how you say this to the people, to the audience is for me very important. I try to be always nice and friendly to the guys and say, when I don't play it, you can say, sorry, it doesn't work.
Yeah, that's good. I subscribe to that as well. Like I've gotten a lot of great ideas from requests. I was
Yeah,
like, wow, I never thought, and soon enough that gets worked into my set too. Cause I'm like, wow, that was a really good idea.
yeah,
And it worked. Few and far between that actually happens. Right. But like,
yeah,
but I think, but I'm not completely against requests. Like some guys are no requests. I'm the artist. Fuck
no,
you. Blah, 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 blah. It's like, no, I'm with it. I'm with
yeah,
requests. My caveat, or like what I would talk more on is the way that requests get presented to the DJ. That's
yeah, of
that's
course,
something that I
yeah,
think needs to be addressed more,
yeah,
because as you mentioned, if somebody comes up and they ask for a particular thing because it was a birthday or they're feeling something and they ask politely, or if they have $100 in their hand, that helps too, right? But like if they ask politely and the interaction from the DJ is also polite. Oh, I'm sorry, I don't have this one, or this time doesn't fit
yeah,
this club. Okay, thank you. I'll see you next time, whatever. But
yeah,
I've had the experiences where I have a girl dancing for 40 minutes straight. I see her straight in front of me on the dance floor for 40 minutes straight. And then without even switching genres or styles or anything, it's just a different song that she doesn't know the words to. And then it's like, they literally turn to you and give you like a thumbs down in the face or something like that. Or they come up to the booth, same thing. Like, are you going to play this shit all night? Like one song that just didn't fit their plan, right? How do you react to the negative feedback like that? Because we've all gotten it.
Okay, you have to say when it's too much. Okay, you have to talk to the security guys, of course.
Yeah.
But I've always try to be the funny guy, because when they say they want an EDM song, and I show her the flyer, maybe saying, hey, look this like an EDM night now, and I try to switch the question from me to the other guy. And yeah, but it's not always easy, but I think you can handle it, of course. And when it's too much, call the security guy. A lot of clubs have the security button. You push it
Yeah.
and say, okay, so it's too much, and bye bye. Of course,
Yeah.
you have to do your work.
Right, exactly. You're still there to work. And that's another thing I think a lot of people don't realize, is that you're there performing for 200,
Yeah,
300, 500,000, whatever
yeah,
people. And, it's the people, like, not only should the DJ not be arrogant, but also the guests should try to tone it down a little bit too and
yeah,
realize that it is for everybody. I get that. I don't want to be on here like hating on crowds right now. That's not my intention, but, but it's, you know what, it's lessons learned. I think our conversation is really good for up and coming DJs and for younger guys that want to learn how to, you know, last in the business for 20 years. And yes, it's different now than it was. And they have different tools and abilities and different technical skills with technology and stuff that we have. But the business of DJing, it's still a business, right? It's still networking, relationships, that sort of thing, which is super important. People ask me all the time how I get booked in this place and that place and that place. So let me ask you, I've played in Germany with you. Can you tell me why you booked me in Germany the first time, if you remember?
Okay. I think I remember because I was watching for contacts in the States and I get your contact from a DJ from Austria. I thought it was Metino, you know? Yeah. And now I write you an email, and inside the email was, I heard you're a nice guy. You're looking for bookings in Germany or Europe, and I can give that. And maybe when I go to the States, you can book me too. And this was the networking stuff at the first time. But then when we changed some emails, I read it. Okay, he's a nice guy, and he's not the most important for him. The most important thing is not to get a lot of money and do the big things. Because I read, okay, he wants to network, and now then we call, and it was I think it was over 30 minutes, and we had a lot of fun in our first call. And then I said, okay, you can visit me, you can come to Germany, and let's have a good time together.
Yeah, so I ended up playing out in Germany. Now I've been to Germany, I think 3 times now. If I'm right, if I'm not mistaken, but 2 or 3, I forget how many times I've been there. But I've been there more than once. So my next question is, yes, we met through networking, and actually the way it happened, you connected through Metino. I knew Metino through Barami in Germany. In Spain.
Yeah.
And one of the things that I'm going to do to some of the younger guys as I talk a little bit more about my story, which we're not here to do today, but I know. I'm going to talk more about how it went from this spot to that, and connect all those dots. But yeah, I met Chris through a DJ from Austria, through a DJ from Spain, you know, back to the States, right? So that got me to Germany the first time. Why was I able to come back to Germany the second time?
Yeah, because we had a lot of fun. Of course, we had, I think it was my hometown Ingolstadt, and it was Augsburg. Right on Friday and Saturday, and we had a lot of fun. And the feeling, it was like we know us 10 years ago.
Yeah,
and it was really, really nice. We had a lot of stuff to talking about, because sports and family, you know. And it was like I know you for 10 years.
But and then so from a DJ booking perspective, so let's just say you met somebody in a bar and they were having you guys had a great time. You're still not going to book them to come to Germany to DJ a party, right? So if we're talking to the younger guys in a sense of how to establish relationships and networks, yes, being cool is probably top of the list, right? Yeah. Don't be a dick. That's first.
Yeah.
And then of course there's some form of the technical skills. Like it's not like I pretend to be the greatest DJ in the world, but you still have to show up. You still have to work. Cause I'm sure if I suck terribly, you might be a little bit apprehensive about bringing me back a second time. Right. So I was okay. I did okay.
No, you smashed a cup, of course. Yeah, that's no question. It was your first time in Germany, and you talked to me. Can you give me some German tracks? And I said, of course, let's do it. And you smashed all the 2 clubs in these 2 days. Yeah, that's a reason I book you again. For sure. That's the most important thing, to bring you back in the club, because you have to be the nicest guy. But if it don't works in the club, it's very difficult to bring you back. Because I say to the club owner, hey, there's a guy from the States, and he's a nice dude, but he's not a good DJ. It doesn't work first, and now I just you smashed the club the nights, and this was the nights were crazy, really
Yeah,
crazy,
those are
man.
some really
Yeah,
crazy nights. And then we
yeah,
had the following trip, I think, was Winter Beats Festival,
yeah, yeah.
we have, and then this most recent one. We've had a lot of good times, But but really, that's what the message that I wanted to get out to people is. It's in whatever field you're in, but especially to young DJs, because I get asked this all the time. You have to show up and perform, and you have to
Yeah, of
kick ass, and
course.
you have to do your skill, and whatever it is, whatever career field you're in. But the relationship part of it is so important, and I don't think people put enough understanding and emphasis on that as part of their strategy for their career. So that helped me get to Germany. Is that what helped you get to Europe, your other places
Yeah,
around
yeah,
Europe? And
yeah.
that networking is key.
Yeah, of course, it's one of the most important things. But you talk about chances. Okay, you have to work for chances, but when you have the chance, you must deliver. Of course,
Oh, nice.
yeah, you must deliver because you can maybe every good DJ can play in every club around the world. It's no problem. But when you play in there, you have to bring this what you can and this what you practice years along, and then this the day you're working hard there. It's like in football when you live your life and to playing the Super Bowl, and you're a quarterback in the Super Bowl and you throw 8 interceptions. It's your whole career is shit.
Yeah, right.
Yeah, you work for the chance, and when you have the chance, you have to deliver first.
How much work goes into your preparations for your DJ sets on like a day-to-day, a week-to-week basis?
Okay. Back in the days was a lot more because I do a lot of crazy stuff. I was cutting from every song I want to play and own edit and own remix. It, Now at the moment I don't have the time to do this,
Mm-hmm.
but for 4 or 5 years I do this. I did a lot of a cappella intros, break, beat outro, and for every song.
Wow.
Yeah, that's around about 1,000 songs in this time. And but I do it anymore. It's too much time, too much power, and the people don't notice.
Yeah, right. They don't even know the difference anymore.
No, but it's now with a lot of DJ pools, it's more easier to handle good music and good edits, and yeah, how much work. Every Monday and every Wednesday, um, download new music, work on my crates, not on my playlists, on my crates. Yeah, to delete old songs or unplayed songs and put the new ones inside. But yeah, I thought between 4 and 6 hours a week. But the most things are in my head for DJing. Yeah, and that's the that's the
That
the
happens to
thing.
me too. Once I download the tracks, it sort of already like fits somewhere
Yeah,
in the program that like
yeah,
I don't rarely anymore do I set up and say how do I practice with this particular track. I just know that okay, I got to fit that in the night
yeah,
somewhere
yeah,
because it
yeah,
is
yeah,
of that.
yeah,
Unless it's something that I feel that a routine can be built out of, and then you
yeah.
work the routine. So let me just touch on some of the terms that you mentioned for people who are listening that aren't DJs. What he talked about was taking a song and then making his own original edit of that song, his own version of that song. And you do that in the DJ software. You could, strip the acapellas, or sometimes they're provided, the instrumentals are provided, and you take a song that's already made, you rearrange it in a certain way, you start with a certain point, end with a different point, and do different things to make it unique, to make it your own. And that's what Chris is referring to in his DJ edits. And then he would go out and perform that, and that would be like an exclusive edit for himself or maybe some buddies. So it's sort of a way to distinguish yourself, keep your sets a little bit original, and that's what
Unique and
and
unique. Yeah,
unique, yeah,
yeah,
because
yeah,
people are gonna not, even though it's the same song that everyone else is playing, you're playing it in a little bit of a different way. So that's very
yeah.
important too. You want to be unique in your sets. You don't want to just do the same thing that everybody's doing every day. How do you stay How do you stay fresh? How do you not get burnt out on music after 20 years?
Yeah, that's a good question. Because yeah, my I think my most important thing is I'm looking always for new trends. There are a lot of DJs in my age. They saying, yeah, the new hip hop or the new R&B or the new music is shit. Um, I see this a little different because the words back in the days was a lot better. Mm, Maybe, but every year or every 5 years are a lot of different music styles in the clubs. And okay, the most people say, when I was young, when I was 18, 20, 22, you have to think about this was their prime time. This was the prime time of their life in clubs, and they say okay, that was the best time.
Mm-hmm.
And but I'm in clubs for 20 years. I saw a lot of best times. Yeah,
Right. Right.
at the 2000s, you saw a lot of R&B stuff like B2K, marijuana, and stuff like this. And then 2006, there was a lot of dirty south here in Germany too, Lil Jon, Lil Scrap, and stuff like this. And then 2010s was a lot of uptempo sound.
Mm-hmm.
Because Pitbull and Chris Brown with up-tempo songs and Neo, and it was very famous. Then 2015, the hip hop comes back, the down-tempo hip hop comes back, like 60, 70 BPMs, and then everyone in this when the people are in this age 18 to 20, 25, they say, hey, this was the best time. I think every time is cool, every time is very good, but I can't say this was the best, this was the best, this was the best.
Right.
And for me, every part was great, but I can't say this was something special, this was something. No, every part was very nice, very cool, but now it's time for the next one. In Germany, we have a lot. You heard it last year. We have a lot of German rap at the moment.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know the guys in the States can imagine this. But in the top 10 Billboard charts in Germany, the top 10 songs are German rap songs.
Oh wow, that's great.
That's really crazy at the moment. And it's okay. The rap back in the days, of course, had more flow, or it's like you have to make a decision between Biggie and Drake. Everyone who knows rap says, okay, Biggie was better, but it's a different time and it's a different music. And then in Germany, it's the same. Back in the days, the German rap was more underground, but there were a lot of more flow. But at the moment, it's like party stuff. It's like house music back in the days, not a lot of lyrics and rap flow. It's more party thing. And the young people, when you go to the streets, a 12-year-old kid with the boombox on the shoulder, say, listen all day long German hip hop.
Wow.
And that's really crazy. And the guys in the club, you see it going crazy with the songs. And yeah, it's very different.
Do you think that affects maybe like bringing over US DJs still? Is it less desirable now because you have more homegrown music?
Yeah, it's a lot of more difficult, like back in the days, yes, but there are different clubs, and when the bigger ones are more commercial music and church music and pop, rap, Drake, and the smaller clubs are more specific. There it's more German and not the DJs from the States, but I think that the bigger ones, yeah, you can bring every day.
Now that there is so much more German authentic music in Germany, what do you think about DJs that are coming there and playing from that don't understand the music? Like you mentioned when I was doing it a few years ago, because that's what I've always done. I always talk to the local DJ when I'm playing in another city, even in other countries. What's cool here? Let me try to work it into my set. And you mentioned that that was a good thing that I did that. But I feel like now that there's so much German music, and if I was to try to grab like 2 songs, I almost feel like, is it an imposter kind of thing? Should I not be playing German music in Germany? Should I just be playing the music that I know?
I like it when you're playing some German music because the people don't expect this.
Oh, okay, that's the curveball. That's a twist, right?
Yeah, it's a twist. Yeah, man, it's a twist live. No, they are not waiting for German music when you play. It's like the biggest, the big DJs when playing. It's like David Guetta when playing in Germany, and he plays a German song. The people's going crazy because they don't expect this. Of course, they think, okay, they play his own songs and he play this song and this DJ or artist, but they can't imagine, hey, he's playing a German song. Why? Oh, but I like it. I like it very well.
What's the best song in Germany right now that Americans might like if they wanted to tune in Spotify, Shazam? I don't know where people get their music anymore besides DJ pools, but where do normal people get their music? Where would they look up? What's the best song for them to look up to epitomize what's happening in Germany right now?
Okay, Donna said if you talk about a big German song or
a big German song. Okay. What's the 12-year-old with his boombox? What is he listening to? Or what's the best song in the club in Germany right now in German?
Yeah, it's the same song.
Okay.
It's I think it's, but he's still 6 or 8 months old, but some people's going crazy. It's like the artist calls his name is Apache, like an Indian, because he has long black hair and always wears sunglasses. Apache, and the track is called Roller. It's like oh god, the English word when you can okay, but the English word for roller. It's like a vehicle. You put your hands on there and push with the feet. I don't know the English word.
Yeah, like on a scooter.
Yeah, it's a scooter. Yeah.
Yeah.
It's the funny song with from the style. It's Miami bass style. 132 beats per minute, and yeah, it's more funny than cool.
Yeah.
And the lyrics are not flowing, but it's the people going crazy. The car really, really crazy. This is
okay. So if you want to know what's happening in Germany right now, Apache and it's is it spelled like roller? Can you spell it in English?
Yeah, roller. It's really
ROLLER.
Yeah,
roller.
That's
okay.
Right.
Yeah,
roller,
nice. Yeah. Okay, so it's Apache and it's roller. Check that out if you want to hear what's going on in Germany right now. It's popping. All right, dude. But so listen,
don't translate it, please. Don't translate it.
Okay. Okay.
You don't understand it.
We're gonna run into what I call rapid fire. It's quick questions, quick answers.
Yeah. Okay.
Just to shoot this out and let's see what happens. So we're gonna do rapid fire. My main man, Chris from Ingolstadt, Germany, DJ Pyro. You ready to rock?
Okay, let's do it.
Okay. If you had to work, but you didn't need the money, what would you do?
Oh, DJ.
Of course. Kind of knew that one.
Yeah.
Who would you choose to headline your music festival?
Drake.
What is a fashion trend that you wish would come back?
Baggy pants.
Who is the craziest DJ or artist that you've ever worked with?
DJ Twists.
Yeah, right?
Now there's a lot of crazy guys. Oh, and you know him too. It was our MC at the Winter Beats Festival. The Nate the Great was there.
Oh yeah. Yeah.
The host.
Yeah.
He's really crazy.
He's a wild one.
MPC on his head and yeah, he's a really wild one. Yeah, he's a guy from the States.
Okay. So, yeah. I remember.
Yeah.
If you could disinvent one thing, what would it be?
Okay, what is disinvent?
Meaning, like, if something that exists, if you could make that it never existed before.
Okay, coronavirus.
Oh, nice.
It's actually shit, man.
What if there was a movie about you? What actor would play you in the movie?
Danny DeVito.
Dude, what how many? You'd say it in centimeters, but how are you?
Man,
how tall are you in centimeters?
I'm 180. I'm 184.
What is that in feet?
Oh,
I don't know. Whatever it is, it's not Danny DeVito size.
No.
That's funny, but definitely for the comedy, that's for sure.
Yeah, that's what's for the comedy. Okay, it's a good question. Who's the guy? Who's the name? The guy's name from the Green Hornet?
Oh, Seth Rogen. Yeah, I could see that. Yeah. Yes.
Yeah, I like him. I like him very much.
Seth Rogen. And you got comedy there too, right?
Yeah,
so that's good.
Yeah.
If you get bad food at a restaurant, do you send it back?
Yeah, of course.
Yeah?
Yeah.
In Germany, are they going to spit in your food and wipe it in their armpits and give it back to you?
No, they didn't, but...
and don't do it in the States.
Yeah.
Don't send it back. I would never send it back. I'll eat whatever they put out the first time. I don't care what it is.
Okay, I do it.
Okay. What is your number one go-to song if you're in the worst spot, no matter what?
I Need a Girl Part 2.
I Need a Girl Part 2. Diddy.
Yeah.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
Okay. Tell me something that you learned in the last week.
Don't believe the things you read on Facebook.
True that.
Yeah.
How many languages do you speak?
Okay, I say 2. I learn French at the moment, but I can't speak it.
Okay. Well, are you learning French? You're studying French now?
Yeah, but I only had one lesson. Okay.
All right. Well, you're on the way. Next time we talk, it'll be 3. What is your favorite thing in your refrigerator right now?
Oh, that's a good question. Ice cubes.
Okay. You like it cold. All right, that works. Who inspires you to succeed?
The most inspiring person in my life is one of my colleagues at my company. He's I think he's my mentor. Yeah. And
is that for your company, or is that for life? Is that family? What does he inspire you in?
It's both.
Yeah,
it's both for family and for my company work and for life. Nice. It's a funny thing about he was the club owner from my first resident spot, and now we work together here at the company.
Oh, okay, nice. What is the favorite event you've ever played?
Okay, that's easy. It was, and you were there too. No, it was the year before, the Hip Hop Garden Festival. The year before.
That was a good one.
Yeah. 10,000 crazy people. This was, and I had the closing spot.
Nice.
On this event, because this was awesome. really awesome. Sundowns and the lights go on, and I started at 10 o'clock and till 11, and whoa, it was really,
right?
Yeah.
No requests up there.
No regrets up there. No.
Are you a soccer fan? And if so, what league? What's your favorite soccer league? Bundesliga, Premier League, La Liga?
Bundesliga, German league.
And what's your team?
My favorite team, FC Bayern Munich. Because it's not a thing, because they are the best. They are the closest to my hometown, and I grew up with them.
That's good. At least it balances out. You have some winners, and then you have the Dolphins.
Yeah.
All right, last question. Give advice to your teenage self in 2 words.
Believe in yourself.
Okay, that's 3 words, but you're German. I'll forgive you. I'll forgive you.
Okay, then I say, believe yourself.
Okay, either way, that works. That's really good. That's really good. I like that. Oh, man. Okay, so we're going to wrap this up. This was awesome, dude. This was really, really fun. I'm so glad that you agreed to do this. I'm so glad we had the chance and we had this conversation. So tell people where they can find you. What's the best way to get in touch with you? You have your website, Instagram?
Okay, I thought this is Instagram, real DJ Pyro.
Real DJ Pyro on Instagram, and that's REAL DJ PYRO.
That's right.
My main man from Germany. All right, Chris, I appreciate it, dude. This is a lot of fun. We'll talk soon.
Okay, Brian, hope we see you again.
Later, brother.
Bye.